And for the meditation today, we'll do just breath awareness. So you're sitting tall, cross-legged, or in a chair to begin. The hands can rest on the lap. You can also touch your thumb to first finger with the back of the hands on the legs. If your shoulders feel tight, you might want to start with a few circles of the shoulders. We'll do neck and shoulder exercises after, but for now, just a few rolls. Be a few turns of the head side to side. And then before we sit in stillness for a moment, let's shrug. Lift your shoulders up on the inhale. Exhale, drop 3 times through the nose. Breathe in, squeeze. Exhale, drop. You may want to let out a big sigh. Inhale. Let go of the stresses in the mind 2 more times. Let that weight of the world drop off the shoulders. Now, after the next shrug, do a few more circles. And then again, close the eyes. Find your, I call it mountain pose if you're in the chair. Cross-legged, you may prefer a cushion to lift the spine. And breath awareness meditation now with eyes closed. Start to notice where the breath enters the nostrils. Feel the temperature of the air as you breathe in and out, breathing slow. And now start to notice the length of your exhale and inhale. Breathing in a little deeper through the nose, a little longer breath out through the nose. Just being with your breath. Slow breath in, long breath out. And then start to relax your face, almost like you're smiling to yourself, a little inner smile, soften the face. As you stay focused on breath, start to notice your body. Relax the stomach, the shoulders. Feeling the whole body relaxing, but you're keeping the spine tall. So you're inhaling a little lift to the spine. As you exhale, just let go of any extra holding, whether it's the shoulders, the face. Let's just focus 5 more rounds of slow, deep breathing. All the focus on the breath, eyes are closed, body is still. See how you feel overall now. Last few breaths, just feel your energy level. Notice where's your mind at? Is it figuring out what's next in the day or what happened earlier? Just try to get present. And then just slowly open the eyes, rub your hands together, create some heat. And then just touch one palm over the other around the heart or upper chest. Bow the head in towards the heart. And then lowering the hands. Okay, so the neck, you're going to start with our neck exercises and stretches and shoulder movements. And you could do this sitting in a chair or cross-legged. So we're just going to start simple neck turns. Start to turn the head side to side. If you want to add the breath, inhale when the head is centered, exhale when you turn the head. Then bring the head to center. And now we're going to just drop one ear to the shoulder and hold. So if that's my right ear to shoulder, but if you're mirror imaging you, and that's your left hand, if your right ear goes to your right shoulder, take your left hand towards the ground. And then take your right hand, your head's to the right, let your right hand lightly touch the head for a gentle neck stretch. You're not pulling, you're just touching. And then we'll switch. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Release the right hand towards the ground. Take the left hand, lightly touch the head, and hold and breathe. Gentle neck stretch. And then release. And now little circles in the air with your nose. Go the other way, not too big, just little circles. And then now touch your hands to your shoulders. Have your elbows in line with your shoulders. We're going to twist gently from the upper spine. You can add the breath. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. If you need to just turn the head, you can. Otherwise, a little twist to the upper body. Let your head follow the torso. Next time you're center, reach your hands up to the sky, almost like you're holding the sky up. And then sweep the arms down. Keep them with the palms down, kind of reaching towards the earth. Now we're going to crisscross one hand over the other, or one arm over the other, and then alternate. And the arms, if the chair arms are not in your way, take them as far back as you can and cross. And each time, opposite arm in front. Little shoulder warm-ups. Okay, let's add the breath. Inhale when you cross, exhale when you open through the nose. And then release your hands on your legs, close your eyes, observe your neck and shoulders from those few movements. Okay, interlock your fingers now, little upper back stretch, which we'll get into the trapezius a bit. You're going to stretch your hands forward, little rounding of the back, and then I'll bring your legs together, squeeze the legs together, stretch your arms up to the sky, thunderbolt pose. Try to hug the upper arms towards the ears, reach the fingers up to the sky. And then we're going to release one hand, a little curve, crescent moon. And then switch, other side, gentle side bend. And we'll go back and forth. Let's inhale when you're, inhale when you curve, exhale center at your own pace. And you go side to side. And when you're done, release and relax your hands. Okay, one more we'll do for the neck. So you're going to bring your palms to prayer, but the fingers are going to point down. But they're going to go behind you. So if you can get your hands behind your back, fingers down. If you can't do that, just bring your hands on your hips and draw the elbows back. And then with the fingers down, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. So they might be going forward because the arms are back. So lift them up, back, and down. And then drop the chin to the chest. And now make little half circles with your nose. You're going one ear to the shoulder, chin to chest, and then you switch. You can add breath, inhaling ear to shoulder, exhaling chin down. We'll stretch to the side of the neck, moving the neck vertebrae. When you're done, relax your hands, close your eyes, and observe your neck. And open the eyes, and now stretch your arms out in front of you, like you're pushing away a wall, and then pull them towards you. Push away, pull them in. Push away, pull them in. Try that 5 more times, moving the shoulder blades. And after your 5th time, stretch the arms up to the sky and sweep the hands down, hands on the lap, a mindful breath with the eyes closed. Observe the shoulders and the upper spine. Okay, now we're going to lift one knee to the chest. Sit as tall as you can, seated lunge. Your hand's going to go under the knee and you lift the stomach towards the leg. And then we're going to swing the leg from the knee down. Leg swings, I call it in my chair yoga book. And then that same leg now, circle the toes, ankle movements. And then relax. You might want to close your eyes, observe that hip and ankle compared to the other. And then we'll switch. The other leg comes up, sit tall, and swing from the knee down, leg swings, releasing the knee joint. You can modify anything today if it hurts, or if you need to adapt or skip a pose. And then release, and now circle the toes. Second side. And then release, close the eyes a moment, a mindful breath in and out through the nose. Okay, slide the hands to the knees, lion's breath. It looks funny, but this is a nice jaw stretch. So you inhale through the nose. And you exhale, the tongue goes down and the eyes up, and you're stretching the face. So let's do 3 times. Inhale. The old yoga pose. Your hands are the lion paws, so stretch your fingers. Let's actually make a fist on the inhale, exhale. One more. And then release, close the eyes, relax the face. Okay, one more seated movement for those that want to stand. The rest can stay standing. I'm sorry, stay seated after this, but we're going to take your legs wide, hands on the thigh, move the elbows out, and start to make little circles with your spine. So little circles clockwise or big circles. And then go the other way, little circles. Or big circles. Loosen up the hips and the spine. And then for those that are going to stay seated, continue to do that seated, but repeat one more time each direction. For those that want to stand, you don't need the chair for this, but you come up to standing. If you do need the chair, you're going to go behind the chair, and you can hold the chair for support and then do little hip circles. If you don't need the chair at all, you're going to take the legs wide, bend the knees, and then take some big circles with your hips. Knees are bent, hands on the hips. Go the other direction. And then shake it out. And now the down dog. I'll show the seated first. For those that are going to stay seated, I can't see you on video for those that might not be comfortable to stand, or if you're in a wheelchair. So the seated version, you sit, or maybe you're at work at your desk. You sit tall, you stretch your arms up to the sky. You're welcome to try both. Stretch up, inhale, exhale, lean down a little bit, but then reach your hands forward. If you're sitting in a room, reach where the wall meets the ceiling ahead of you, and then stretch the side body and the back, down dog. And then come out and relax your back. If that felt good, we're going to do 2 more times, about 5 breaths each on your own. If you're comfortable to stand, you can go behind the chair. Bring your hands to the chair back. And sorry, I might be getting a little cut out in the video, but you're going to hold on. Bring your hands on the chair top, and then bend the knees, and then reach the hips back, ears between the upper arm, extending the spine. You're stretching the spine. Knees are bent, down dog standing. And then you're going to step your right foot between the hands, left leg back into a standing lunge pose. If you're seated, I'll show seated in a moment. Actually, if you're seated, let's lift the knee like we did before. Seated lunge. If you're standing, one leg is back, whichever leg, front leg bends, push through the back heel, relax your shoulders and breathe. And then step both legs back, return to the down dog, knees bent. Switch legs. Other leg goes forward, knee bends, back leg extends. Shoulders relax and breathing. Try to lift the head, centering the head. And then step it back, downward dog, knees bent. And we'll do that one more time. Let's take one leg forward. For those that are comfortable standing, if you have an open back chair or want to stand in front of the chair, you can bring your hands to the chair base, going a little lower on the lunge. Step it back, knees bend, down dog. And switch sides, other knee forward, opposite leg back, spine lifts. Step it back, down dog if you're standing. Seated, reach forward and up, knees bend. And now if you're standing, from here, if your hands are on the chair base or top, either way, you're going to bend the knees as low as you can go, maybe dropping all the way down into a squat. Very nice on the low back and hold. If you're seated, just pause, sitting tall. Hold another breath or two. You want to try balancing, you can try taking one arm up and switch. Or join the palms to prayer and balance if you don't want a chair. And then repeat, either one arm up, hold the chair top and then switch, or the chair base, or prayer pose for a breath or two, balancing. And then release. To come out, you can go back through the dog pose and then roll our eyes up, shake the body out. And we're going to return to sit in the chair. Okay, so have a seat, close your eyes a moment. Just take a pause, observe your body from the down dog and the lunge poses that stretches the legs and the back. We're going to do a few rounds of sun salute. The beautiful sun's beaming in here. So we're going to do a few rounds. We'll start seated. So bring your arms forward. This will help with your back flexibility and some energy and good for your circulation. It's also a moving meditation. So follow your breath. We're going to do one breath per movement. We're going to breathe in, reach up. And breathe out, palms to prayer, head down. Breathe in, reach up and back, lifting the heart. Breathe out, forward bend. We're going to touch the knees, lengthen the spine forward. Some of you might be able to, we'll go slow first round. Some of you might be able to touch your shins or feet or the floor. And then we're going to lift the right leg up, seated lunge, like we did before. And lower, and we'll switch. Breathe in, other leg. And lower. Sit tall, inhale, and now navel to the spine, scared cat. And then we're going to lift the heart, slide hands back into cobra. You can reach your hands back to the chair back, lift the heart, maybe go a little higher. Then release. Next breath in, reach up and back. And exhale, palms to prayer. Head down and pause. And lower the arms. Good work. We'll repeat. Now one breath per movement. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer pose. Inhale up. Exhale, folding, forward bend. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, the other leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Comfortable breath. Go at your own pace if that works better than my pace. And we sit tall, breathing in mountain. Hands to the legs, round the back cat as you breathe out. Slide the hands back, inhale, cobra, or maybe reach the hands further back. And then release. Next breath in, we stretch up and back. As you breathe out, palms to prayer. Pause a moment, observe the body, let the eyes close, feel the body. Notice the breath. And lower the arms, palms forward. We're going to repeat now with variations. Okay, so let's breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, palms to prayer. Breathe in, reach up and back. Breathe out, touch the knees or the feet or the floor. Then we're going to breathe in, lift your right leg up with the hand under the knee, if comfortable, sitting tall. And then now we're going to stretch the leg out. And then point and flex 10 times. If that's not comfortable, keep the heel on the ground and point and flex with the heel on the ground. But wherever you are, maybe even 15 times, point, flex, and then you can circle the toes again. And then bend the knee. Now, if you can, bring the hand at a shin to maybe go higher and move the knee towards the armpit. If it's your right knee up, move it to the right armpit. And then move it back center. Again, move the knee towards the right armpit, center. One more time, right armpit, center. Lower down. You may want to pause, close the eyes, feel that right hip compared to left. Feels better for me. See if you could feel that. Okay, let's switch. If you felt that left leg lifts, we'll do the second side. Sit tall, stretch the leg out in the air or on the floor. Point and flex at least 10 to 15 times. That's for your shin and calf muscles and ankle. After you're done point and flexing, you could circle the toes. And when you're done, bend the knee. If comfortable, hand on the shin, sit tall, inhale, lift the knee higher. Take the knee to the armpit. If it's your left knee up, it goes to the left armpit and then center. Left armpit, center. One more time, left armpit and center, and then lower down. Good, those are some variations. And now we sit tall, continuing with sun salute. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, slide the hands back, cobra, lift the heart. Maybe this time the fingers can interlock behind you. So if you can get your fingers to touch, stretch them back as you lift the heart, looking up, a version of cobra. And then release, inhale up. Exhale, palms to prayer, head to the heart. One more time, arms down, palms forward. We'll add some other variations. We breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, prayer pose. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend, touching the knees, shin, or feet. And let's pause there a moment, relax the neck. And then as you sit tall now, we're going to lift the knee to the chest. And then the variation now, we're going to do some knee circles, great for your hip and sciatic joints. So make circles with your knee. If that's too much lifting the leg, keep the toe on the ground with the heel up and circle the knee. So make it comfortable for your body. You reverse the direction when you're ready. And then release, and we'll switch second side. Lift the other leg up, circling the knee. Go the other direction. Big or little circles. Toe can be on the ground. Make it work for your body. When you're done, return the leg down. We sit tall mountain. Inhale. And exhale, scared cat. Inhale, slide the hands back. Lift the heart. Option to interlock the fingers behind you. And then release, stretch up. Inhale. Exhale, prayer pose. Okay, lower the hands. Sit back against the chair back just for a brief pause. Rest the back of the hands on the legs. Close the eyes. Relax the body completely. Observe the body after sun salute. Okay, now we're going to go into a balance. I'll show seated and standing, and you can choose which one. The seated version, you're going to stretch one leg out in front of you. Okay, so you stretch one leg out. Let's take your left leg out with the heel on the ground. Then take, if that's your mirror imaging knee, if that's your left leg, take your left leg to the left, your right arm to the right, turn and face the right fingers and hold. Okay, opposite leg and arm. If you can comfortably, if you have a belt, you can take the belt around your foot. It's your left foot, both sides of the belt. Pretend I have a belt here in your left hand, and then you can lift the leg in the air if you like holding a belt, or keep the heel down holding a belt for a little extra leg stretch. Okay, then we're going to switch. This is the seated version. I'll show the standing after. Repeat, second side. Your right leg goes to the right. Flex the foot. Pull the toe towards you. Work the quadricep. Left arm to the left. Look to the left. Or if you use a belt, loop it around your left foot. Lift it up. Hold the belt to hold the foot or leg. Or an added stretch. Okay, take a moment to hold and come out when you're ready. And then I'm going to show a standing version using a chair for support instead of a belt. So if you're using a chair, you're going to stand behind the base of the chair. Okay, sorry if we get a little cut off here, but you'll see the idea. And then you bring your hands on the hips, take your left leg up to the chair. So your heels on the chair now, have that right leg under the body with the toe facing the chair. You may need extra support in which you can go near a wall and have one foot on the chair, one hand on the wall. Okay, so your left leg's on the chair, your left hand on the hip, and you're standing tall. And now you're going to take that left leg to the left side of the chair with the toe pulling towards you. It's just like we did seated. But then you're going to turn to the right. And then take the left arm out, maybe the right arm out. So if you're not needing a wall, your arms can be like a T shape with your left leg to the left side of the chair and your head to the right, practicing balance. You'll lower, release your foot, shake it out in mountain pose, and then we'll switch sides. Hold longer if you like. So you could also do this holding a belt. So now your right leg's on the chair. So if you want a belt, that'll give you a little extra support. You pull against the belt. Otherwise, you can hold a wall. Or a little more challenging, but arms can just be in the air in a T shape. Now, if your right leg's on the chair, move it to the right. And take the head to the left, practicing balance. Your leg opposite way of the way you look with your head. And then release, shake it out. There's another way to do that posture, same pose. You could just hold the top of the chair depending on the chair height you have. You can lift the leg in the air. So if you bring your feet together, bring your right hand on the chair, lift your left leg up and take it to the left. Your head looks to the right. Take your left arm up. If you don't need the chair, take the right arm up, practice balance. You would do the same thing holding a belt, or if you can hold your big toe with your left index and middle finger, it's called hand to big toe pose. I'm showing ideas a little more gentle using a chair. You can also keep the leg on the ground and then have the heel on the ground with the foot flexed. Okay, we'll switch sides if you are doing that version. If you're doing seated, you may just take a break if you did a few rounds of that seated. The standing second side, you lift your right leg up, left hand on the chair. First, get tall, focus on one point, and then take the right leg to the right. Look to the left, right arm to the right. Maybe try both arms up. For anyone who's comfortable holding the big toe or using a belt, get a little more leg stretch and the big toe pose. Shake it out when you're done. Close the eyes, relax your arms, feet hip width. And just take a breath or two. That's the mountain pose. Feel the effects of these yoga postures so far. Okay, good work. We're going to move on to another standing or seated balance. Let's do the tree. I actually have a cactus behind me today. So let's do, we'll make up a cactus pose. Let's take your arms like a cactus. This is the cactus arms, they call it. There's the cactus. So elbows in line with shoulders, hands over elbows. And then you're just going to move your hands down and up. It's actually a little elbow and shoulder rotation. Okay, there's a cactus pose, but let's move on to the yoga tree. So bring your feet together, Vrikshasana. If you're using the chair standing, go to the right side of the chair with your left hand on the chair, and then place your right foot to the inner left shin, open the knee, or carry the foot up to the inner thigh. Take the arm up. If you're seated, do the same thing if you can, the foot on the thigh, which means your leg will be on the chair base. I'll show after. You want to practice coming off the chair. Try palms to prayer. Then the arms up, Vrikshasana. And hold and breathe. Come out slow and steady, arms first. Then the leg, ideally, shake it out. Good work, second side. So you can bring your right hand to a wall or chair. Bring your left foot to the inner shin, open the knee to the side, or carry the foot as high up as you can go, left arm up, second side. Focus on one point that's not moving. Palms to prayer, and then the arms up. Hold and breathe. When you come out, palms to prayer. Lower the arms, shake it out. Feet together. Pause in the mountain pose. Let the eyes close. Take a breath or two. And now we're going to come into Baddha Konasana. So this one, you're going to have a seat, depending on the chair you have. It's a nice hip opener. You could do this on the floor, sitting on the pillow. Depending on the chair you have, will determine how far down the legs can go. But bring the feet up on the chair base, feet together. These, like this chair has chair arms, so it's actually nice support for those you with knee concerns, or if you do this on the floor and it's too much when the knee drops down. So you get little support from the chair, and then you hold. If you need more gentle, bring the feet together on the floor and let the knees open. So more gentle version, feet down on the floor, knees open. Sitting tall, and then you can, optional, to bow forward, little forward bend. And release. Release your legs, give a little massage to the knees. Okay, I hope you're enjoying and doing good today. We're going to move on to some arm strength and then arm stretch. So one of the benefits of chair yoga is you might have some wrist issues, or it hurts your wrist or hands or shoulders or knees to get down on the ground. You can't do push-ups perhaps, or maybe you're at work all day, but you can strengthen the arms all seated in a chair. So we're going to do a little bit without weights. If you happen to have little hand weights and you want to add that now, you're welcome to. These first few are exercises, not yoga poses, and then we'll do a yoga pose after to stretch it out. So we're going to start by leaning a little forward. Make fists with your hands. You're going to lift the arms out till the hands are shoulder height, and then you're going to draw the hands to your shoulders and then out and then down. If you have weights, it'll be a little harder. You're going to go out, hand to shoulder, stretch out, down. This may not be too much for some of you. You may not feel it at all, but keep going. We're going to add on in a moment the triceps. If you have weights, this will be, of course, harder. Two more. Let's get the movement going. For those with rotator cuff injuries or frozen shoulder, this may be good movements to start to get that shoulder moving. Okay, and then now the triceps, you're going to interlock your fingers, take your hands behind you, hug the elbows towards each other. Then you stretch the arms up and bend, up and bend, up and bend, just like that. Keep going. Again, with weights, it's a little harder. This is fairly gentle for me. I don't feel this too much yet, but we're going to do some harder stuff in a moment. Okay, then release, shake it out. You lean forward now. The next one, depending on the chair you have, you may be able to reach your hands back behind you. And then we're going to lift the arms as high as you can and start to pulse the arms up and down. Now, if you want to do the standing, you can add leg strength by bending the knees, getting down in a kind of half squat, but the spine lifts up, and then the arms come back, palms skyward. So you're going to add quad and leg and glute strength if you want while you do this, but you're not going like this. If you can see my arms, if you go forward, back, it's not going to work. Here, you lift the arms up as high as you can. You hold that action, and then from there you pulse up and down to keep the spine and heart lifting, okay, whether seated or standing. The palms are skyward, thumbs facing in towards you. Now I feel it. Now I feel this in my upper arm. You could do the same thing seated. Keep going. A few more, like 10 more. And then relax, shake it out after the next few. And we're going to go right to the next one, not too long a break. This next one, same action, seated or standing. You're lifting the spine. Knees are bent. Lift the arms up as high as you can. Palms are up, thumbs in. And now we're going to move the arms in towards each other and then up. In, out, up, down. In, out, up, down. In, out, up, down. In, out, up, down. Just like that on your own. Head is centered. I can feel that. You can do 1 or 2 or 3 pound weights here, but you really don't need. If you don't feel it at all, feel free to grab little ham weights or cans of soup that give you weight at home. But I feel this without weights, you're going, you really keep lifting those upper arm bones high up and then in, keeping the arms high, and then out and down an inch or two, you'll feel it probably. Let's go for 10 more. Again, we're doing these arm exercises for those who stopped doing push-ups a long time ago. You want to strengthen the arms, maybe without going to the gym. Good, let's go for 4 more. In, out, up, down is 1 round. And then on the last one now, hold the arms up, hold, squeeze them in towards each other, reach them out, shake it out, stand tall, sit tall, shake it out. Good, roll the shoulders. Okay, 1 more. Palms face towards you now, whether standing or seated. If you're standing, knees bent, spine lifts. Stretch the arms up as high as you can, but with palms facing towards each other. Now you're going to bend the elbows an inch or more than an inch. You bend and lengthen the arms back. Bend, lengthen. Bend the elbows, stretch it back, but you're not dropping those upper arm bones. Upper arm bones lift. Bend, straighten, bend, lengthen on your own, seated or standing. Does anyone not feel this? Okay, try to fake a smile. If it hurts, you just lower the arms a bit. Don't cause pain. Let's do 5 more. And shake it out. Good work. Give yourself a round of applause. You did it. Roll the shoulders. And those yoga class, chair yoga. You didn't know you'd be doing arm exercise, but it's part of it. Keep the body strong. Okay, now back to yoga pose. So let's do the cow's face. So you take one hand behind the head. You touch the back of the head, press the head back. You can do this sitting in the chair now. I'll just show you close up. And then the left back of hand goes to the lower back. And then you reach towards each other. See if your fingers can interlock behind you. If not, you just touch the head and go where you can. Cow's face. Gomukhasana. You're breathing in. Option to exhale, bow forward. Nice little shoulder and arm stretch. When you come out, release your hands and roll it out. If that caused pain, don't try to reach the fingers. Go where is comfortable. The other side, other hand of the head. Center the head, press the head back. Back of the hand towards the low back. And then reach towards the fingers. And breathing. You don't have to touch. Option to bow forward, cow's face pose. When you're done, hold longer if you want. Come out, roll the shoulders. And close the eyes, relax the shoulders, observe back and upper spine. Okay, good work. We're going to go back to our legs, but this time stretching, not strengthening or balancing. So the pigeon, if you can get one ankle on the thigh, you'll do that. If not, just hold your pants, go wherever you can, maybe to the shin or floor. Kapotasana, the pigeon posture. And then you can hold your shin, flex your top foot, sit tall on the breath in. As you exhale, option to bow forward to deepen that opening to the outer thigh and hip area. When you want to come out, release your knee, little circles with the knee, give yourself a little massage. Circling, not really a massage, just a little energy, love, little love to your knees, and then we'll switch sides. Ankle on the opposite thigh. Flex the foot, or maybe the foot's lower, holding a belt or pants, you go where you need. And then pull that top toe towards the knee, engage your shin. Hold the shin with your hands, sit tall, pull against the shin to lift the spine, breathing in. Exhale, option to lean forward, maybe just an inch, maybe further. Find your breath. Release. Hands circle the knees. Just a little rubbing movement. Take your hands, go up and down the outer thigh and inner thigh where you just stretched. And then, like you're brushing off dust off your legs, brush it off 3 times. And then shake it out. Sweep the arms up, breathing in. Reach for the sky. Exhale, palms to prayer. 2 times now, sacred circles. Palms up, inhale, big circle. Exhale, prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer. Lower the hands. Close the eyes. Observe your body and breath. And now we're going to take the right hand up to the nose. Before relaxation, you've made it through all the physical exercises today. You did great. Let's do one pranayama, a breath work to feel balanced and calm and helps the brain kind of focus. So your left hand is in wisdom mudra or gyan mudra, thumb to first finger, and it just rests on your leg. You can do this cross-legged or sitting in a chair. Your right hand's in Vishnu mudra. You make a fist, stick out the pinky, the ring finger, and the thumb. Your right hand faces the nose. Your thumb's going to be closing the right nostril, and we're going to breathe out and in left nostril. And then you switch. You close left nostril with the ring finger, out and in right nostril. Okay, just like that now on your own. So let your eyes close. Go at your own pace. Each nostril gets a long, slow exhale and an inhale. The exhale can be twice as long as the inhale. Try to make the exhale longer than the inhale. Each nostril, slow exhale, inhale, and then you switch on your own. After your next exhale through the left nostril, just lower the hands, close the eyes, observe the breath in and out, both nostrils. That's a calming breath. You could do that longer if you get stressed. Does anyone here get stressed out? Anyone get nervous about the future? Stressed about the current or past? If you get anxious, can't sleep, anxiety, panic attacks, insomnia, every day do this. It'll help calm and regulate the nervous system. May not cure everything, but it does help. I do this every morning, actually, before I meditate to focus the mind. When you get up in the morning, if you maybe brush your teeth, have some tea, don't turn on your computer, the news, or your cell phone yet. If you can, don't even talk to anyone. And you go right on your chair or cushion. You do maybe 10, 15 rounds of this. Eyes closed, focus, and then you just close the eyes and then watch the breath. That's meditation when you just watch breath. But this will prepare the mind. If you do that in the morning, you'll see the mind's already a little more clear. If you do that at the end of the day, also good. If you had a stressful work day or stressful day, clear out the mind, but you'll see the mind's a little busier, a lot busier. Usually at night, you had a lot of thoughts to absorb from the outside. So just for your own experiment, start to practice. Try a few rounds in the morning. You can even sit up and do it in bed, and then a minute or two meditating on breath. Then try it at night. It's just good to start learning the qualities of your own mind and patterns and energy and what's actually going on in there in our own world, right? Because yoga is really about learning to control our thoughts and mind, or not get attached to them, not letting our stressful thoughts in our own mind or outside disturb our inner peace. That's really yoga. The postures help our body get comfortable and helps us focus and stay healthy. And then you could sit longer and meditate when the joints and muscles are healthier. So just to let you know, because we don't sit here 50 minutes or 55 minutes and just sit in stillness. But if you do that every day, you'll start to experience, I think, some more peace in your world. So do try it. Start with 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, but now we're going to end with a brief relaxation, just about 2 minutes or so. So you can either just sit back against your chair, simple seated version, and then relax your hands on the legs. This isn't meditation now, you're just relaxing. If you're comfortable to get down on the floor, you can sit against your chair, turn to the side, Elevate your legs on the chair or legs on the wall. And then you can rest your body on the ground with the hands on the floor, back of hands on the ground, and then close your eyes. We're going to rest here for a minute or two in stillness. Just letting the whole body now relax. Find a comfortable position, eyes closed, settle in, relax completely. Slowly deepen your breath. If you have longer to stay in the relaxation pose, you can. You may want to meditate now for longer. Otherwise, just bend the knees to chest. If you're on the ground, prepare to come to an upright seat. And then we're going to stretch the arms up to the sky. Wake your body up. If you're seated on the floor or the chair, give a little reach side to side. Reach the hands up like you're picking something from a tree. Reach up, up, up. And then, Da Vinci. Come here, Da Vinci. And then sweep the hands down. Come here. And instead of ending today with namaste, I'm going to end with Da Vinci, my father's vegan dog, who's 10 years old. He's going to say namaste to everyone to end your practice. So namaste, let's rub our hands together, a virtual namaste.